Hi, I'm Larry. Welcome back to the music class, number 13. Well, counting is so important. The last video we had did a lot of counting in 4/4, 3/4, and 2/4 time. Now we're going to do some more counting with a little bit more complicated time signatures. Notice that I've got 3 time signatures. We haven't talked about these at all, but I did mention that one. That one is a cut time signature. But let's go ahead and start here with the 6/8. Now, this is telling me that I've got 6 beats per measure and that the 8th note gets the beat. Or, I have the value of 6 eighth notes in each measure. Again, I drew just the measures. I didn't put in the staff because, well, it's cleaner this way. So let's count our way through it. Remember when we had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 e and a 2 e and a 3 e and a 4 e and a, and then we have the half notes and whole notes that are all hyphened together. We're going to have this right here, right now. Only thing is, everything is kind of just shorter. Here we go. So in 6/8 time, 6 beats per measure. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so far so good. 1, 2. Now this one is a quarter note, which is equal to 2 eighth notes. So this would be 3 and 4 together. This is 5 and 6 and. And then remember the dotted note, the dot after the note? It increased the length of that note by half its value. Well, if a quarter note equals 2 eighth notes, when you put a dot after it, you now get 3 eighth notes. 3 eighth notes. And look at this, how interesting this is. A dotted quarter note, 3 eighth notes. Look at that. These 3 eighth notes right here, even though they're barred together, that's the same value as a dotted quarter note. So I would count this one like this. 1-2-3, 4-5-6. Barely got that in there. So it would come out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you see where I broke up the notes and where I kept them together all connected? 9/8 time is just 3 more notes or 3 more eighth notes per measure. So now we have 9 beats per measure and the 8th note gets the beat. Well, let's transfer this information all the way down to here. Dotted quarter note equals 3 eighth notes. 3 eighth notes, 3 eighth notes. So I would count it like this. This is 1-2-3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Next measure, 1 and, 2 and, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, let's cover some information first. Why are these eighth notes all connected and these eighth notes are just with flags? Well, I wanted you to start thinking, we're going to actually have you start thinking ahead on some things. Like in vocal music, you would put a flag on individual notes if the word is a multiple syllable word. Like if you've got a word that's got 4 syllables and it's a musical line that's going up, you would have individual notes for each syllable. Also, I wanted you to get used to the fact that 8th notes and 16th notes can be drawn like this with a bar and or with a flag. So this would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you know, they could always go faster. You could think about it this way. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They can go slower, they can go faster. And the same with this one. Okay, now let's get down to the cut time. Well, cut time is exactly cut in half from common time. Common time is the same thing as 4/4 time. This equals, and I'm going to put it in red so we don't forget it, 2/2 time. So now, let's put the equal sign. So now I have 2 beats per measure, and the half note gets the beat, or I have the value of 2 half notes. So let's count it. This is beat number 1, beat number 2. This is beat number 1, but you have a dot after it. So this is going to take part of beat number 2 away, and it's left with the and. Now, before I go any further, let's talk about this real quick. If I took 268 minus 9, well, this is typical subtraction. So I can't take 9 from 18. It's just not going to work. So I have to borrow. I'll take 1 away and I'll put it over there. And this is going to be now 18. So now what do I have left? I have a 9. What's left here? 5, 2. So when I borrowed 1 from here, took it over to there, I have whatever's left. Well, I'm borrowing part of the beat from here, putting it over there, and this is what's left, is the and part. Let me keep going. So now this will become, oops, wrong marker. Got to be consistent. Beat 1 and 2 E and I'm going to do that like I did before. E, Even though I did a 2E and on the 16th notes, remember, we've got a different time signature. So now this is 4 notes in beat number 2. 2 notes in beat number 1. So I hope that our math skills and subtraction helps us with the dotted rhythm in our music. And what I've shown you now, you're going to do forever. Music is based on this forever. And we're going to give you some other variations of how this works, how this can be played, and why would they come up with 6/8, 9/8 time. Oh, I am going to count this one. I've got a great prompter. She's wonderful. So here I am. Let me sing it. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1 and 2E and Just trying to be consistent. I didn't want to leave you out hanging on this one. See how that worked? Okay. So the next time we're going to take this a step further and explain why. 6/8 times and 9/8 times for marches or for a waltz. Okay? I also want to remind you, anytime you would like, you can go all the way back to step 1, go all the way back to the first music class, review, and step forward. And hopefully, as I review it, it is all going to fit together. Hey, thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.